In a world of bulk shopping, two titans dominate the landscape: Costco and Sam's Club. However, while they both are similar, offering deeply discounted prices that are in the neighborhood of 25 to 35% off, I've seen in some cases, depending on the type of product that you buy and maybe the time of year that you buy it, the thrill of discovering different things that may catch your eye as you walk through the large footprint interiors of these large warehouse stores, I think is also a big reason why people are a member to a lot of these places. I myself have multiple memberships to Costco and the Sam's Club, but also BJ's. So that's three warehouse memberships right there, mostly because I like variety. You really only need one, but if you have multiple, that's just more variety and more fun that you could have while shopping, and more possibility to get a better deal. Now, depending on how much you buy, obviously, the amount of what it's going to cost for purchasing the membership has to be offset by the savings that you buy. So typically, if you're getting 25 to 30% discount or something like that, will need to buy hundreds of dollars worth of groceries in a year to kind of counteract that cost of that membership. And I think most people easily will do that if they regularly use Costco or Sam's Club or BJ's to continuously get some part of their groceries that they get on a recurring basis. So that shouldn't be a big problem for a lot of people. Plus, they have a lot of other products as well besides regular groceries. But beyond the aggressive pricing and the warehouse style shopping experience, and also discovering unexpected deals while you meander through the towering aisles, there lies a critical difference behind these seemingly similar giants. And I'm talking about Costco and Sam's Club in particular, because there is one critical difference, one that's reshaping how modern consumers shop. And it all comes down to one word: curbside. That's right, the rise of curbside pickup since the pandemic accelerated the demand for contactless shopping. Curbside pickup has evolved from a luxury to a necessity for a lot of people. Grocery chains and department stores, even boutique retailers, scrambled to adapt, but among warehouse clubs, only one truly nailed the transition, and that is Sam's Club. In 2020, Sam's Club rolled out nationwide curbside pickup for its members. The process is relatively seamless for most people. You order online through the app, select the pickup time, you pull into a designated spot, and let an employee load your haul directly into your car. No lines, no impulse buys, no wandering through the aisles wondering if you forgot something. And this isn't just a convenience, it's a strategic shift in how people interact with bulk retail shopping. And it's something that Costco, despite its dominance, has yet to replicate. Now, this is something that Sam's Club didn't just offer as a watered down version of that type of service. They went all in. Members can order various things like fresh fruits, produce, meats, frozen goods, which, by the way, are kept cold until that handoff to you. So everything's going to be fresh: electronics, home goods, and even pharmacy items. Also, you can even get hot, ready to eat meals like their famous baked pizza and other items that they sell at their inside cafe. And that's all delivered right to your car. So imagine pulling up, getting a month's worth of groceries, and then driving off with dinner as well in the passenger seat, all without stepping inside. For busy parents, for people that are working professionals on the run, and anyone who dreads the weekend warehouse rush, and that includes probably all the stores, this is a game changer. But why hasn't Costco followed suit with its massive footprint and loyal fan base? Why haven't they jumped on the bandwagon for curbside pickup? Well, that's something that's pretty interesting, but Costco does thrive on the treasure hunt, which I do as well. I like the fact that I can go in and just see things and see what catches my eye and explore. Because you walk in for paper towels at Costco, but then you leave with a bunch of stuff that you never knew you needed, or maybe you did need. But management at Costco does emphasize that they want you to walk the warehouse and see what they have to offer. It's part of the overall curated experience that Costco offers to its customers, and they want to emphasize that. And to be fair, that wandering of customers in the stores, seeing all these different products, does lead to billions in impulse purchases annually. So Costco is doing well with that model, and customers do like that aspect, including myself. Curbside pickup short circuits that experience to an extent. It's efficient, but it's also clinical. No samples. By the way, those samples inside the store are a nice, delightful treat that you can get as an unexpected benefit of going to these warehouse stores. On some days, they do offer pretty good, interesting treats that you may later decide that you want to purchase. So that's a nice benefit. And there are no surprises with that. You basically just walk up and you get one of these treats, whether it be little ice cream cups or coffee or other hors d'oeuvre type bite-sized grab and go little meals. For Costco, that's just a revenue risk that they take, and it pays off a lot because it really generates and completes an overall positive experience. But again, that requires that the customer go inside the store and spend time. There are also logistical limitations because despite their huge size, Costco warehouses aren't designed for staging pickup orders. There's limited backroom space, and separating frozen, refrigerated, and dry goods requires infrastructure that they may not currently have readily available. So you have to have a place in the store to store that stuff. You can't just store it at room temperature. So maybe they just are postponing this service until the future until they can really deliver on it in a way that is of a very high quality. So if that's the case, then that's a good thing. Maybe it is worth waiting for at Costco. To implement curbside, Costco would need to redesign some of its workflow, definitely expand storage, and hire additional staff to shop, pack, and deliver orders. That's a costly pivot for a company built on operational efficiency with a delicate dance between margins and selling products at scale. Costco stores are already bustling. Adding curbside would mean additional employees to manage pickups, potentially slowing down in store operations. Sam's Club, by contrast, built its system with curbside in mind, allocating resources and space to make it work. So, again, I do think Costco should be able to have this service, and I think maybe in the future they will. And if they're just waiting because they want to really optimize it and make it the best in class, then I think that's a great thing. But yeah, so while curbside remains elusive, Costco hasn't ignored the convenience trend entirely. Members can access same day delivery via Instacart for groceries. So that's a third party service provider that can go and deliver those groceries to your house. So 2 day delivery for non perishables, that's pretty convenient. Online ordering for select items shipped directly to your house. So there are some workarounds that I think are still pretty convenient. You don't even have to go to the actual Costco itself. So Costco doesn't actually leave people hanging dry that don't have the time or don't want to inconvenience themselves. There are ways that you can get a big convenience experience with Costco, and it's maybe even more convenient than Sam's Club in the sense that you can get deliveries right to your home. So that's a great thing. But still, these options do lack the immediacy of the flexible curbside pickup service. You're still waiting at home, waiting for these things to get delivered, not pulling up and driving off with your goods when you want to. That could be something that a lot of people don't like, and I can see that part of it as well. But there's also the psychology of convenience. Curbside pickup isn't just about saving time. Shoppers can avoid crowds and the, I guess, sensory overload. If some people are kind of get anxiety when they're with a lot of people, and definitely the weekend crowds and the holiday times can be pretty stressful when you go out anywhere, let alone one of these big retail warehouse clubs. Avoid crowds and sensory overload is a big thing that a lot of people want to definitely stay away from. And curbside pickup or even delivery to your home is a nice option to have. Also, people can stick to a budget by skipping the impulse buys, and that's a big risk when you go and into the stores. There is a big chance that you might come away with additional things that maybe you didn't plan on getting. But definitely planning meals and purchases with precision is another reason why you might want to do the curbside pickup, because it makes you structured and makes you have a list. So that way you can really plan with more precision in terms of what you're purchasing. So for many, especially those with kids, mobility challenges, or even just tight schedules, people on the run, curbside is more than a perk. It's kind of like a lifeline. So Sam's Club understood this shift early on and it leaned into it. Costco, at least for now, remains anchored to its traditional model, which, like I said, is not devoid of convenience. They offer different services to get things right to your home. But on a grander scale, there are strategic implications for retail in general, not just Costco and Sam's Club. This divergence reveals a broader truth that convenience is no longer optional. Consumers' expectations have evolved, and retailers must choose between preserving legacy experiences or adapting to new norms. And Sam's Club made a bet on frictionless shopping, and while Costco's model still works for millions, the gap is growing, especially among younger shoppers who value speed and flexibility over the thrill of the hunt. So, yeah, I'm kind of a mixture of this. Sometimes I do value convenience, and I've only done the curbside pickup one time. I do mostly the ordering, and I get stuff delivered to my house if I'm going to go that route. But the vast majority of the times, I'm going inside the stores. But again, everybody is different, and like myself, sometimes I will feel like I want to have something delivered, have that convenience versus going in the store. It just depends on the time that you have, your mobility, if you have kids, if the weather's really bad, maybe you don't want to go in because it's raining, and that could be an issue. Or maybe you're by yourself and you can't carry all the bags, the cases of water. So there is a benefit that is truly valuable for a lot of people. But let's see what happens. I think Sam's Club is a good place to go to if you want that curbside pickup at a large warehouse retailer. But Costco, I think, does have some good options as well with their partnership with companies like Instacart, and also the fact that they can offer you delivery straight to your home. Also, I do think that Costco, if not just considering, they are actually planning on implementing maybe sometime in the future curbside pickup as they continue to maybe reorganize a little bit on the back end and contemplate different infrastructure modifications to make that curbside pickup best in class, which I think, like I've said before, I think it's a great thing. Quality, I think, is important to maintain as much as possible. Costco and Sam's Club both do a good job at that, I believe. But with that said, guys, yeah, curbside pickup, it's great, it's convenient. Definitely delivering to your house is awesome, but I also like the fact that you can go inside these stores and get a pretty good shopping experience that is also a lot of fun as well. And I'm glad that these companies are competing with each other and that they will, in the future, be able to continue to offer new services that matter to customers. So anyway, guys, with that said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.